take it all the way from the beginning? Alright.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy True, back at it again with another episode of The Closet. So season 3, we rolling, we making things happen, pushing through, getting episodes, getting sneaker content out to y'all. Really, you know what I'm saying, slowly creeping up on kind of bringing MKTP back in a sense, but we'll see how that goes. We just gonna roll with it and make it happen as, you know, things flow. But before I get too far off into rambling, special guest, let him introduce himself.
It's your boy, Mr. Lonnie _Smell Good, back in the building, checking in on MKTP once again. Glad to be here once again.
Yeah, glad to be here. Lonnie has motivated me as far as Air Max 1s. Lonnie wears a lot of Air Max 1s. So today is my first day wearing Air Max 1s. I have 2 pair that Kim did, Comiskey Art, but she's signed both of them, both shoes, so I will probably never wear them. So this is my first pair that I purchased that I'm wearing. I kind of like it. Lonnie makes all shoes look good. So
why does everybody say that? I don't make shoes look good. The shoes already look good.
If you see Lonnie in a pair of shoes, don't be like, oh, I'm gonna get them. Lonnie got them, and they're not gonna look the same on you.
They're gonna look great on your feet.
But yeah, so they're comfortable. I kind of did the you tie yours up when you wear yours?
That's how, and I guess that's what makes it look as good as people say they do.
Subconsciously, I'm doing the same thing Lonnie does by not tying mine. But I'm definitely enjoying the Air Max 1 experience. I probably will get me some more.
Man, I love that shoe. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of on that one now too. I'm big on material. I see they got like the.
Oh yes, so it says right here, this shoe contains real fur type cow leather with hair. So that's authentic.
Oh wow.
Yes, that's real fur on these casinas. So yeah, Nike wasn't playing around.
Oh yeah, I like the little backstory they had on that too.
Yeah, they really did have a good backstory. I tried to actually order me some, whenever you had the chance to do your custom Air Max 1s.
Right.
I tried to order them. I was in Israel. Because of that, I guess they thought I was scamming, so I couldn't order mine. But you did order your pair.
Yeah, I did get a chance to order me a pair, which I'm still waiting on Nike. But I think it does take like 2 months,
right,
to prepare the shoe or make the shoe, however the process is for doing it. But I'm excited. I can't wait to get them so I can actually, you know, show them to you.
Right. Yeah, we definitely are looking forward to seeing those, because I mean yours look pretty good. I had a couple of pair. I like the pair that I had. Wasn't able to get, but you know, definitely man, definitely kind of sad about that.
And that was the second go around, because the first go around I didn't even know about it until I started seeing people posted on Twitter. Oh, I got my shoes. I'm like, well, when was this? Like, nobody told me.
So apparently it's something, because what, it was 12 hours you had to do it or something? It wasn't a long time.
It seemed like it was only open to a certain amount of people that I guess buy on the Nike app often, or if you win shoes or not, or however that goes. But when I saw it, I sent it out to people that I knew. I was like, hey, see if y'all can get on to it. You know, try to design your own personal pair. Right. I know one of the guys said he couldn't get onto it or couldn't get into the access for it, because I think it was only access granted to certain.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't for everybody. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't for everybody. I don't think it was for everybody. I think it was for only certain members that were given that access.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's dope. I'm privileged that I was one of them that just wish could have got my shoes. So, but how many did you? Because I know you was trying to get you a few pair. Were you able to?
They only let you do one pair.
So one pair.
They only let you do one pair. I was mad because I already had my second pair. I had screenshotted it so I can go back and remake. But I was like, man, I got to choose between the 2. And I chose the pair that I did because I wanted that color. I like that colorway a little better. But if they do it again, I'm going to do that second pair. That's for sure. But I like they did the fat laces with it. Right. They did the fat laces.
They did. Yeah, the fuzzy fat laces. Yeah. What? So how many pair of Air Max 1s do you have?
3, 6, 9, 20. I have at least about 20.
About 20.
About 20 pair.
That's a good bit. That's a good bit, man. Do you have more of any other shoe besides Air Max 1s?
Probably Jordan 1s.
So you have more? I
probably have more Jordan 1s. I'm catching up to my Jordan 1s pretty much with my Air Max 1s, because the Air Max 1 for me are just like my Jordan 1s. They're still away their shoe is just a comfortable shoe, everyday shoe. Right. That I can kind of dress it up and dress it down if I choose to, you know. But my Jordan 1s kind of does outweigh the Air Max 1s, but it's kind of creeping up there evenly now. because I haven't been buying that many Jordan 1s I talking about that I actually like.
Right.
I'm a window shopper, but I don't buy everything that just come out every weekend. You know?
Right.
I gave those days up. My money's not that long to do that.
What's the last pair of Jordan 1s you bought?
What's the Heritage? The Heritage ones that came out. But I actually ended up turning those into the Chicago ones. I think a lot of people were doing that once they got the concept of it.
Right.
But when I first saw the shoe before they even announced that they were going to do the I guess the reimagined pair or master.
Yeah.
I was going to do that with mine anyway, regardless.
So it was the first thing you thought about whenever you saw it?
Oh yeah, hands down. Because I like the Heritage shoe, but I was like, I'm gonna change it because I know I'm not gonna wear it that much, but I know if I change it to something that I'm gonna like, I'm gonna wear it more.
So it's crazy because obviously so far we've been talking about obviously custom through Nike because there's a lot of you people to custom their own Air Max 1s and stuff like that. And then how long have you been customizing shoes?
Not long. It's really a true hobby. It's something that I just kind of love to do on my own time, like just pass the time for fun. It's not a real job that I do. So, you know, if you want me to do it, I don't have no problem with it because I'm going to make sure I do it correctly. Right. But it's still a learning process for me as I go through it myself because there's still some things I'm learning as I go on doing my own pair. And this is actually the second pair I actually took time and customized. I did the Shatterback boards with the electric orange high ones that came out.
Oh, yeah, those came out a year ago. Yeah. So how did those come out?
Those came out good too. I was scared because I wasn't sure that I was going to actually match the color of that orange. Right. That orange is hard to kind of recreate, you know, as the manufacturers do. But I actually got pretty. For me, I think I hit it spot on, honestly.
So how did that come about? You're just sitting there because you've been buying sneakers and doing sneakers for a while. So at what point did your mind shift? Like, you know what, I'm gonna just start customizing and creating my own, especially with Jordan 1s. So you didn't start off with like an Air. Most people do all white Air Force 1s. Right. Because it's easy. Because you start off with Jordan 1s. So how did that come about? Like I'm gonna really do this, try it, in the process of getting the materials and the paint. Because it's not just any paint, right?
Right. No, you can't just get any paint. You have to get a certain type of paint and certain things that mix with the paint to make it long lasting, durable, and with the weather conditions or whatever, however you stepping in your kicks. But I kind of got into it just kind of when it came to shoes that I didn't have or I missed out or didn't get a chance to get at that time. If I had an opportunity to recreate that shoe, I took a chance on it. So with those two shoes that I did, it was always the bottom for me. I didn't feel like I had time to paint the bottom because I feel like that takes a little bit more time and something else to add to keep that bottom that same color without scraping that paint off when you're walking. So those shoes automatically came with the same color, somewhat of the same color bottom that I needed. So it was easier for me to just change the top.
So you decide you want to do it, and then you research or you talk to somebody before? I
talked to a few friends that might have had the shoes, send me pictures. I did a little research on YouTube from other people that do customizations all the time, just kind of see what kind of paint they use. Because there's certain types of reds, certain types of orange that you got to mix together to get certain colors, certain
so you
drops of black that you got to put into the orange. It takes a little bit of mixing to kind of get it there. You just can't be like,
So you real deal had to do research and with the paint, the type of paint to mix it to get the color and do all that.
Yeah. It didn't take a while, but it took a couple of research sites to look at because you had to find which type of orange. If it was just a regular orange to mix with a blaze orange that they have on the website, then what if that website don't have that orange specifically? You got to find another site that might actually have it to ship it to you. So it can be a good bit of a lot depending. But I was only buying small bottles. I wasn't buying like the big bottles because I know I'm not going to be doing this for longevity or doing 30 pair at a time. You know, so it's only for just my own personal use.
So the small bottles about.
It's honestly about this size.
So so this
not the width, but the height.
Right. So and it was enough to do both shoes.
For me, it don't take much.
Do you put different coats? Like you put coats of paint, like you do one, then let it sit and then do another?
Yes, you have to do that because if you're just putting one coat, some of that. Let's say if it's on a white canvas shoe, some of that white is gonna still show a little bit. So you gotta put like 2 or 3 coats to kind of get that true color of the paint that you're using. Gotcha. And especially gotta let it dry because just because it's wet, it's not. It might show one color, but when it dries, it might dry darker.
Oh, okay. I didn't think about that. Dang. So you really had to really like research and do this to make it happen.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I actually have my pair that I did.
Yeah, let's jump into this. Let's get a couple of these. So they dried out.
They're dried out.
So you made these. These really look like Chicago's.
Yeah. You know, and it's and like I said, it's certain things I see like with this here, with that red that was on the tongue.
Yeah.
I didn't take like I think it's like an alcohol swab or something that you take time to get that little red clear coat off first.
Right.
And some of it kind of seep through a little bit, but I can still go back over that with my wife, but she doesn't bother me none. But it took me a while to get that red away off that tongue for real, and then to actually mix to get this red that I got on the actual toe front of the toe box on the front. It took I've used 3 different paints of red to kind of get it to where I wanted it, because I knew on the actual red, the red that's actually on the shoe itself is a little bit lighter, believe it or not. So the one that I got on the actual put together is the actual color.
Okay, so you painted the back, or this is the back from the original? No, that's
the back from the original.
Okay, so that's the back.
The only thing I changed was the check, the eyelets where the laces go.
Okay.
The front toe. Right. Around the midsole front, and that was it. The black was already black and around the heel. Right. But other than that, have changed nothing.
So you've worn them already, and they.
Oh yeah, I worn them.
So
a couple times.
Rain or whatever, you good.
Rain or weather is good, because like I said, that type of paint you have to have a specific type of paint. Most people put a finish on top, like a gloss finish on top. It's a type of spray that they use. I saw it on a guy on his page.
Right.
I forgot his name to give him credit for it, but he used a gloss that he sprayed on top to kind of give it a final finish look. Right. But for me, I was just trying to. I didn't go that deep into it. I just did what I wanted to do and let it be in that.
The black laces came with it.
Mm-hmm. Black laces came with it. And I actually like these, because these laces are actually pretty thick from the actual usual laces. So,
dang, these ones really do look like Chicago's. That's crazy. Yeah. So do you plan on getting the ones that come out later this year?
Of course, got to.
So you still, despite the fact that you made your own, you still plan on getting?
I still plan on getting the actual ones, because I mean they're making it into they're actually using a vintage look behind it. Between like the crack at the toe, cracked around the top of the shoe. I've heard some people say they don't really like the fact that it's actually looking like the old '85 pair.
Don't you have the gray ones? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what are your thoughts on those?
The shadows?
Well, the Georgetown ones. The Georgetown.
Oh no, I did not get the Georgetown.
Okay, I thought you got those. Okay, okay. Because that's the same. If I'm not, that's the same. Like silhouette. Well, the look and silhouette of how it's gonna.
A lot of people like that shoe though, but they say I've only a few people said it's not everybody.
You had a few people say what?
A few people said they're hyped about the shoe and the Chicago itself coming back out, but I guess with them, it's not going to be on the same, I guess, texture as the ones that have been dropping lately. Right. It's going to be on a different type of texture, and I think they're not as fond of it now that they kind of start to see closer pictures up close. You got a few people that had them in hand, and they was able to kind of show in the cameras. You know, the cameras now pretty much HD. You can see the almost skin cells if they had some motion. You know, so.
So size 10, that's what you wear, size 10. Last sale they say 334. Highest bid is 303. The shoe was 200, so about 100, 130 over. And then of course when you add your taxes and fees, it gets a little higher.
About $400.
So yeah, so those resellers actually are higher than what I thought. I thought it would be like close to 275, 280, but resale for those are kind of holding up. So what do you feel for someone that says like, oh, these aren't real Chicago's, could you customize them?
Oh, I don't care. Because I know they're not real. Right. I'm not claiming that they are what they are supposed. I'm claiming what they're supposed to be. I will let you know, like, oh, those dope. I'll be like, yeah, they're custom. That's gonna be the first thing that comes to my mind to say, because I don't want you to think I'm walking around here with trying to sell you on the fact that, oh man, I got the real deal. Right. And we know for damn sure that the tag up here is not black and red. You know.
Oh, and the Chicago's is different.
It's white and red.
Ah, okay. I didn't.
See, I ain't have time to do all that.
Some people redid the tag.
I've seen some that did it, but some just left it as it is. I mean, it still is a dope look with the black and red. Yeah, it's still a dope look with the black and red tag. Because since you customize and have these, if someone were to sell you a pair of the 2016 ones, would you get them? 2016, yeah.
So you would still get, you know.
If it's still in good, yeah. Because I mean, that's for me. That's a collector's item for me. I don't,
got you.
I find myself. I wear my stuff. So one pair I have to be wearing, and if I mess that one up and become a beater shoe, I got another pair to wear.
You were working at the store when those came out. You didn't get them?
No, I wasn't working at the store.
Oh, you wasn't? Okay.
No, actually,
I remember.
I was working at the store.
Yeah, because I remember Tony asked me if I wanted them.
I was. I don't think I was able to get them because we was not as. I think we was kind of limited to get those.
Okay, got you.
So it was only so many employees can get them at the time.
Right.
And you know how to make the cut, which I was kind of disappointed, but I wasn't tripping at the same time. It's shoes, man. It is what it is.
Right. And here they are coming back around. You customize you a pair. So yeah. So you feel your thoughts on customized shoes? Like, is it still like an authentic? Because I mean, this is an authentic Jordan 1.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would say look like 60% of the shoe is still in its natural state, maybe even 70, because you just changed the front and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so let me go. So I have a pair of customs. I only have one pair of customs. So this guy was making custom shoes on what was it, on Facebook.
Okay.
And he was like, man, you know, it was a process. I had to ship the shoes to him, and he had to redo them. So these were the 12s. They were like cool grade 12, but they weren't called cool grade 12s or whatever. I haven't worn these in forever. So the whole thing behind these was the Future album, like the Dirty Sprite Future album. So that's where this whole little color and concept and stuff came from. Okay. So you remember those were suede at the top.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. I don't know. It's almost like you kind of spray painted them a little bit because of the way that they look inside and stuff. Mm-hmm. I just haven't worn these in a while. But every time I wear them, they always turn heads, and people definitely like them, and a lot of people can kind of resonate to what they are. I mean, looking back, I don't think he did the best job. I mean,
you know, when people started first doing customs, I mean, it was just the fact of, man, I got some nice, dope, colorful shoes that I made. So it was just the creativity behind the shoe. It wasn't the fact that they, you know.
Oh, that's Derek. I guess this is his sticker.
That's a dope sticker, though.
That's him. I don't know if he's still doing it, but
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I have to look him up and see. But yeah. So anyway, you know. So, and I guess when it comes down to customs, I mean, you just gotta have that aura that you're rocking them and you're just gonna wear them as is and stuff like that. Because a lot of people feel customs, you know, you're tampering with the real shoe, so it takes it away from it being like a real shoe, I guess. Like, it's like, oh, he's got on customs.
And see, I mean, for me, I feel like your shoes are an expression of you. So regardless if you customize them or they're authentic and whatever you want, however you want to put it, I mean, they're your sneakers, so you wear them how you want. You do as you feel. So for me, a customized shoe is definitely a win in my book. I would definitely have it in my collection because, I mean, people do take it's artwork at the same time. Two people take their time to actually put thought into designing a shoe. You know, just like they put thought into making remakes of a Jordan 1 or Air Max or Adidas, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I'll call it, but whatever whatever brand you go with. But when people customize shoes, I think it's the creative mind and the juices that flow is something that they created, and it's nothing that I can recreate. You know, this is just something that's a copycat, pretty much, that somebody else had a creative mind to put these colors together, and I knew I wanted a pair, and I just took the time and recreated a shoe that they had. So this weekend is Essence Fest. So if you're out, so let's say you go to Essence Fest, or you're out because you plan on making your way to New Orleans possibly one of these days. You're out and about, you got these on, somebody walks up to you, man, I like your Chicago's. You just say thank you, or do you break down the whole story? I'm not gonna break down the whole story, but I appreciate it, man. I customize these myself. Okay, that's a nice little answer and stuff. And like keep it straight to the point. Keep it going. I ain't gonna be like, man, look, let me tell you how I got these and why. You know, I'm not about to do all that. Just keep it straight. And if they ask me, oh man, that's dope, I thought about, and it brings out another conversation. It's a conversation piece when you say you customize shoes and they look as clean as they are, and damn near close to the exact same shoe. You know. Right. Yeah, I mean, because I remember you posted them in the group and they look good in the picture, but see them in person, I'm like, man, these really, like, you know, Chicago. Yeah. And I wouldn't even known about the tag unless you would have said something. And that'd be what it is. Usually if you don't say nothing, people are not going to realize it. Right. Until they actually start, they be like, oh, let me look a little closer. Oh, yeah, I can see, yeah, you did cut, but it's still a great custom, you know, whatever they're going to say to it. But I'm always down for customization shoes. Like, as long as you got a good concept for me, I'm okay with it.
So you would kind of do, because obviously these are a concept of, from an album, it's just something different. So far, all the custom you've done has been renditions of actual shoes that came out.
Yeah.
So you plan on sticking with that, or you plan on?
Yeah, no, I'm not this creative.
So you're not about to be doing
I don't want to mess nobody's shoes. They'll be like, yeah, I want the Kanye West Good Life edition.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you want me to draw a bear on here?
So they
No, I can't do all that. I just stick to. I can, you know, bring stuff. Try to bring stuff back to life, if I can. But I'm not that, you know, good just yet to say restoring a shoe from its bad to original state. You know. Have
you ever seen? And I mean, I haven't looked into in depth of the of custom. I don't think I follow anybody that does custom shoes. Do anybody customize any shoes outside of Jordans?
I've seen, like you said, I've seen it. You know, they have like little spot when it comes to, I guess, customized. I guess when they, you know, stitch their own shoes.
Right.
I think I've seen it in like California. They have a shop that does it out there, I believe. I want to say in Las Vegas too. I think I might have saw it on Instagram.
Right.
Just scrolling. But just like pure customization shoes like these, not really. You have certain guys.
Air Forces.
I seen the Air Forces. Yeah, I see a lot of people more so dye shoes now, like dip them in the coffee. The different colored dyes, and I mean that's pretty much. I haven't seen nobody just take paint and actually just kind of
do the whole
doodle on the shoe itself.
So what's your thought on the vintage look and the dyeing of the shoes and stuff like that? Are you a fan of that? So we'll say we'll combine the vintage look, dyeing shoes, as far as like dyeing them to make it look a certain color, and like the I call it the raggedy look, like people that
like
wear they have Air Force Ones that look like they've worn them every day for 10 years.
I'm not a fan of those.
So you're not a fan of the old...
I'm not a fan of those people that wear dirty G-Nights.
Dirty.
G-Nights are, understand this, people, G-Nights are meant to be clean. That is not a shoe that you just wear as a beater shoe to make it look vintage and dirty looking. That it looks bad. Just let you know. Granted, you got a lot of people that do it. Hey, no judgment, but I'm just telling you from my point of view, that is a bad look. I had 64 pair of just white G-Nights through high school. If I got a scuff on them, I would have got another pair.
64 pair?
64 pair. Me and my partner, if we didn't have white G-Nights, it was something wrong. Like it was no way possible. Even you know how you used to get on the bus and you used to get that black mark on your shoe?
Yep.
Now usually you could take an eraser and get it off because that's all it was.
Right.
We'll do that, and if it didn't come out, it was like, man, well, I guess we're going back to the store and go get another pair. Because at that time, I mean, G-Nights wasn't as high as they are now.
So what were they, $100 or 80 or?
They was
You was a low top or you was a mid?
I was both, but I was more so low top. That was just 64 pair of low tops.
That's just low tops.
Yeah, from the low tops, I did low tops. I did Air Max 90s, the black and white Air Max 90s. I did mids. I only had a few black low top G-Nights, but yeah, man, we was.
So wait, did you work or your mom just bought you a bad product?
I did my own little hustle, cutting grass, washing cars. You know, made my little money on the side from that.
Some people have never had 64 pair of shoes in their life, and you just had 64 pairs of white Air Force One lows during high school.
But you know, you got people now, they about to buy the cases.
Yeah.
You know, you can't even keep white G-Nights in stores.
Is it still seasonal? I know whenever I worked at Foot Locker Foot Action,
Nike making their money right now.
Whatever.
Whenever they sell out, they send another box at some point in time. It used to be, they changed it from, they used to put a mass amount around school, back to school time.
Oh yeah, back to school, yeah.
When back to school died down, they died down on production because there wasn't that many people buying them, but they were still just keeping them in stock. When people wanted to step out of movies or OGs, they're well. But then it just, the trend, you know, it took off and people started with, and then people purposely started dirtying up G-Nights, and it's just sickening. I was like, why? That defeats the purpose of buying the shoe. You really just wasting money to dirty up a shoe.
Right.
If you want a dirty shoe, just go buy it from somebody that's been wearing theirs all this time. I'm pretty sure they got a pair in their closet that they already ventured and dirty looking for you. You ain't got to even put no money to. They probably give them to you.
You got white white Air Force Ones. You own a pair now?
Oh, I got 2 pair.
Oh, you got 2 pair. Okay, So
you
still keep.
Oh yeah, I got 2. Honestly, I just got back into getting me a pair because I haven't worn them since early when I was in college. So that's like maybe 2008, 2009.
Right.
Then, you know, after that, you know, we went on to different other types of sneakers. So G-Nice was still there, but my mind wasn't on white shoes because I was like, man, that's a hard color to keep clean.
Yeah.
So
I enjoy white shoes. A lot of people now, adults and stuff, people like they are white, they don't like white shoes. White shoes is clean to me. A lot of people don't have them. I feel like when you step out with the white shoe that's mostly white, to me it's a different feel, it's a different vibe. It's like you're adulting.
Yeah, it's a clean look, man. I ain't gonna lie. Even when I put my G-Nice on, you know how some people duck walking?
Yeah.
I step in mine. I don't care about the crease. Everybody care. I don't see why people like, man, I don't want to crease my G-Nice, dog.
Well, they have the force fields or whatever.
It's so uncomfortable. You gotta buy almost a half size bigger just for it to fit comfortably.
What so you say?
Now they said the crepe ones are better.
Okay, so I
heard a guy say the crepe forces
so you put it in the front and it helps your shoe not to crease.
Yeah, but me myself, I don't care about the creases, man. That's what the shoe for. Crease them. It's all right.
You're right. Crease.
Good thing about these, they got the genuine leather on the front, so it doesn't matter if you crease them or not. They're gonna look creased anyway.
Right. Oh yeah. Shout out to JG. He always tells me to wear my shoes, so I've been undead stocking shoes like crazy. Trying to. Anyway.
I haven't seen that. That's a good job.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to. You always be killing it. Put it like this. One thing I admire about you. You will be. And I guess, all right, so we'll tell this little quick backstory. I have this persona or this mental thing that I only wear certain shoes to go certain places where they'll be recognized and respected and appreciated. So a lot of times as of late, since we don't throw as many MKTP events or we haven't thrown any in years, we don't have that type of setting like we would in Baton Rouge.
Right.
You know, back when we were throwing events, you wearing your fresh kicks stuff. Everybody that got kicks on, they know what you're wearing. You know, you're getting your respect and stuff like that. So, so I would see you a lot, and I would see you in fresh kicks. I'm like, where you going? Oh no, I'm just, just doing this or just doing that or just running to the store. And I'm like, you wear like these fresh, nice kicks just to do nothing. In my mind, do nothing. But you're like, man, I want to wear my shoes. These are my shoes. I'm gonna wear them. So.
Right. Yeah.
I definitely admire you. Like a lot of times you see me in all black Reeboks. I think about where I'm going, what I'm doing, and who I might see, and that would usually decide on which shoes I will wear. But seeing you motivating me to, because you got on the barbershop dunks right now, which are super fresh. I'm probably going to be on the lookout for these, but because the detail on these is really good, really nice.
I thought it was a dope concept. I knew that they might not even be called barbershop shoes. I don't know. I just said that because you got the clipper here.
Oh no! If you Google barbershop dunks, these are they are officially. That's why the old barbershop
So
that's what they. That's exactly what they are.
Like I said, I love concept shoes and material on shoes. So I thought it was just a clean shoe.
It is
I see myself wearing that more. I'm into buying shoes that I'm gonna wear. For sure, a lot more. So I'm not just buying shoes to wear one time and put it up to collect dust.
Right.
I try to get a good wearing out of my shoes.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And these aren't SBs; these are regular dunks.
Yeah, the regular dunks.
Do you wear the same size as SBs and regulars, or?
I can. These I got in size 10.
Right.
But when dunks started first coming out, I bought a 10, and they were They felt a little too big. Like I think.
Okay, so regular dunks for me feel bigger than SB dunks.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I believe it's the tongue.
Okay.
The tongue is thicker, so with a thick tongue, it kind of pushes down to get your foot a little bit. Okay. And I think the material they use is a little bit tighter because SB dunks are meant for skateboarders.
Right.
They're meant to be kicked around, kicked against the curb.
Yeah.
They're meant for rough conditions. But dunks are originally a basketball shoe.
Yeah, that is true.
So they're not meant to be.
All the extra stuff.
Yeah, all that extra stuff. So, but they still, the 10 fits better now. Because if I was doing 9.5 in that, I think it'd be too exact. I'm not good with too exact shoes, like talking about.
I guess.
But that gray is just clean, You said they had a black pair that came out too, right?
Yeah, they definitely had a black pair. They came out, probably by now I have the black pair on the screen somewhere. But yeah, these look real good. I like the gray with the light blue and stuff like that. But we're going to take a quick break, and now I got a question for you to go back to something you just said a little earlier.
Cool.
Alright, so we're back. So you said Air Force Ones are not beaters. What shoes do you suggest or say or beaters? Because somebody else, shout out to Tim. Tim felt that way about ones. Tim felt that ones he wouldn't say aren't beaters, but he kind of slowly changed his mind and said, you know, you can't wear them every day or whatever, and you know, you can kind of do that. So if Air Force Ones aren't beaters, do you have a shoe recommendation for beaters?
My shoe recommendation probably would be the Jordan 1s because
Jordan 1s are.
I guess the material on the Jordan 1s will make it easier for them to be beaters. It won't be a bad look for them to look vintage as they do from
right.
you know with the bottom midsole and stuff like that. If that gets yellow, and then let's say you can easily just keep the top clean,
right? It
looks great, honestly, because of the vintage look. It's a natural vintage look, I guess. That'd be my only really shoe if I'm speaking on Nikes. Believe in that, Air Max 1s.
Air Max 1s, oh right, yeah.
Air Max 1s. I find those to be good beater shoes, like every day you can just throw on with no thought, and if it does get dirty, it's okay.
They're definitely comfortable. They feel broken into already.
Oh yeah, you can break them in quick.
Yeah, it's not a stiffness to them or anything like that. So,
I wouldn't even say your favorite shoes that you like, the Adidas
Ultra Boost.
Ultra Boost.
Yeah, I do like.
I remember that trend when that epidemic hit.
You was working in the store then, right?
Yep, it was at Foot Action. They was selling like hotcakes. You couldn't even keep them in the stores nor online.
Yeah, that was definitely a trend that kind of came and went hot, and I don't see why Adidas didn't capitalize off of that. I felt that they should have done something to continue to either keep that going or have another shoe or something like that. I always said and kind of feel like Adidas does make I feel Adidas makes the best clothes, but they don't do the best with the shoes. Nike best shoes, clothes to me are somewhat similar. I mean, simple, nothing too complex. I guess they more so play it safe, but Adidas, I mean, I guess I like the 3-stripe, the track pants, a lot of the shirts and stuff. I have a lot of Adidas hoodies and stuff, a lot of collab stuff that Adidas has. So
I like the Gucci and Adidas collab.
Gucci, a lot of people wearing that.
That is a dope collab. Honestly, I didn't think it. Not me myself thinking. I'm thinking, oh, it's Adidas and Gucci. Maybe they ain't gonna be that high in price.
That's a Gucci with Adidas with it. It ain't Adidas and you throw Gucci with it.
I saw them prices. I was like, yeah, I'm about to cop something. I'm about to cop so much stuff. I'm about to cop the bag, shoes. So I'm gonna get my girl a pair. We're gonna be rocking. Yeah, them prices started hitting. I was like, man, me and my girl might have to go half for my pairs. I said, but at that time I'm thinking just Adidas.
Right.
Sometimes consciously we thinking like, okay, they're gonna be that bad. Maybe Gucci about to show a little love. Nah, they need all their coins. They
whenever they do the collabs.
It's still some good pieces that I saw.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people.
I like the collar shirts that they had, the blue collar shirts they had with the Gucci
color on it,
on the collar.
I think Chris Brown or somebody.
Chris Brown had it on the interview.
Okay, in the interview, yeah.
They're actually like the Gazelle shoes.
Oh yeah,
they actually were dope. They going for like, I want to say like $900, something, $600, something like that.
It was
it's up there. It's up there. But I did want the Adidas Gucci duffel bag, but then I saw the price and.
Man, it's not too late. You never know. You might catch one, for sale, discount, somebody reselling.
Hopefully.
Somebody might want you to customize some shoes for something. You never know.
That'd be, if y'all, I'm down. I got you.
Whoever did that collab, they did a good job with the pieces for that collab. I definitely agree with that. So, kind of switching gears a little bit here. We talked about customs as far as sneakers. So, customs was like a gateway into people kind of getting their own shoes and their own brand, their own way to show. And both of us have some shoes from a black-owned sneaker guy company, Sia Collective. So shout out to Sia. And let's just kind of jump into that. So I guess my first question I would ask you is there a way for someone who has their own sneaker brand to be able to compete on a big scale? Like, is that even fathomable in the way, like, I guess I would have to talk to them in a sense, is like, what is your definition of success, right?
Right.
Like, what is it that you're really trying to accomplish and do and go through whenever it comes down to, because number one, he doesn't have half sizes. Okay. Everything is whole sizes.
Yeah, true.
So I like the box. So I've showed mine previously on another video. I actually ordered mine last year. Shoes kind of come individually bags. So both of mine are in the regular black boxes. These are the strawberry shortcakes. And they are Vulture. So this is the Vulture Luxe. The strawberry shortcakes, or just the Vulture V2s. So Vulture V2s, I haven't worn these yet. I kind of forget I have them a lot. But when I saw these, I definitely like the color of them. And then the Luxe, I always wanted some, what is it? McFly shoes, I guess, Back to the Future. So when you had the Luxe, that was the whole point. That was the whole point of these. So overall, the quality is very good. So the quality is good. I know he gets them made in China. If you follow his page, he's very open with how his process is. Because I think everything is pre-order, so it takes a while. Some people may find that a negative. I personally didn't have any problem with it taking a while. But I did talk to a lot of people before ordering. They all said, look, it's going to take a while. Because if you follow his page,
he lets you know from the jump.
He lets you know from the jump it takes a while. I've talked to people who have orders in pair. They told me it take a while. And one guy was like, even though he says not to reach out, I got nervous and I reached out and I was like, where are my shoes at? And stuff. So I thought that was funny that he did that, despite the fact that he knew ahead of time it was going to take a while. And he said, because he did tell you, he said, look, you know, you look at his videos, he tells you they're going to take a while and stuff like that. Overall, a good shoe, a good quality shoe, very unique in the way it looks. He has a lot of styles, like a lot. Like he has enough to fill up a wall in Foot Locker
easily.
And not even just a lot of styles, but a lot of different colors within each style, because there is a difference, you know, with the Luxe as far as like the material and stuff, and just the regular V2s is kind of like that Kanye knit type feel and stuff. So yeah, and then I guess
he has a lot of dope concepts with the shoes.
A lot of dope, very you know, standard price. I ain't gonna say it's expensive or whatever, but I know these were like $220 each. So I dropped like almost $500 at the time. His shoes they kind of have a sense of whenever you get them, you better get it now because you can miss out on them. Some of them he drops again. I know these he's dropped like, well, I want to say twice. Again, I don't think he's done these again. So, you know, but I'll let you kind of give your experience and then we'll talk about our experience together.
All right, so like you said, they do only come in whole sizes. These are the Chucky concept, which I thought was real dope. I actually like the movie Chucky. You got the Chucky doll on side. You got him a little more playful than he is in the actual movie. But it's a real dope. I like the box. And like you said, it comes in its own individual packing.
He does a great job with a lot of custom boxes. Like the boxes for a lot of the theme shoes, always A1.
So this actually is, I actually like this shoe because I like low top shoes. And this actually reminded me of like kind of SB look. But I like that how you put his own creative spin on it with the double tongue. I've seen him do that in some of his high tops as well. The shoe is very comfortable. I was in this shoe 12 hours max, and
yeah, a long time.
Right, and I felt like cloud on my feet. Honestly, I actually love the feel of the shoe. Got the fur on the inside, and got the two little buttons like on the Chucky little overalls. But like this concept of the shoe was dope. It was done almost to perfection almost. I mean, you got the blood spatter on the sole of the shoe, and I got a lot of compliments off this shoe. And I explained to her, I was like, man, yeah, I'm big on supporting, like, you know, those black designer brands like this, especially if it's good quality.
Quality is great.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He put a lot of time into. You can tell he put a lot of time into it, and that he was really serious about making and designing shoes for sure.
Right. A lot of people just kind of design shoes and copy another silhouette of a shoe and same color wave and everything, but he's coming up with his own concept, his own materials that he's specifically putting in certain places. The detail he uses in the shoes, from the material, like he used actually jean denim material, like the overalls from Chucky, and he put like the little playful little icons on there with the baseball hat, the helmet hat and stuff like that.
I think it's from the overalls, right? The overalls have this. Okay.
So yeah, it's a real dope concept shoe. Like I said, I got a lot of compliments on this. sneaker itself, and I probably would try to get me another pair. Like you said, it does take a while.
So to me, he makes the best, and to me it's by far, he makes the best Halloween themed shoes out there, period.
Oh yeah. I like the Jason page.
Yeah, he has Jason. He did one for Saw, of course. He did Friday the 13th. Like, and we have some iconic, like, Dunks made some Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger. He made some Freddy Krueger. I think his look better. I would say those are probably the only ones that are somewhat close. Vans did some Halloween shoes that don't. And look, I'm not saying that these other shoes are bad. I just feel like the detail and what he goes into his shoes.
It was a thought process. It was a true detailed thought process that went into the shoe that he specifically asked for.
Yeah, not a single area or fabric was wasted. Everything has a purpose and tells a story on it.
Right. Like if I didn't know no better, I would know. Like looking from the box to the shoe, I can get a concept of what this shoe was about without even having to even watch the movie itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, detail is phenomenal. I was very impressed when it came in. I was excited. I've been waiting, kind of anticipating. I was like, man, True said his was coming. His came in so many months. I was like, all right.
trying to put it together.
Trying to put it together, see if mine. So it's 1, 2, 3. All right, yeah, mine's gonna come in. But when they did come in, because I got myself and my girl a pair, and they came separately. But they came like right behind each other, which I didn't understand. Like one person dropped them off, then another person dropped the other pair off right behind it.
So I'm assuming, and this is just an assumption, you might can probably go to this page to get the full story. I think that everything's pre-ordered and done. I think he's hands off with it, meaning they are boxed and packaged from China, and I don't think they ship to him and he reships them.
No,
I think they come from China, shipped to you. Yeah. So that's why.
That'd be a lot, because from the videos I've seen with how he gets his shoes, that would be a lot of product just sitting at his front door.
Right, literally. Yeah, you're right.
Like it
would have to be a warehouse. You'd have to get it shipped to a warehouse. Yeah.
And some of the videos show like it looks like they have it at a warehouse and they package him and then they ship them out to the actual buyers.
Because I'm assuming sometimes he does do shoes where he would say like these are produced and made. So when they run out, they run out. And when you buy them, he ships.
So he probably does have a warehouse.
So he's got to have.
I would assume he does have a warehouse. He has to have a warehouse for the capacity, because he's making a shoe almost look like every day almost.
It looks like, right. If you look, and he's got slides, all type of stuff.
Every day, every 3 days, it seems like it's a new. Hey, I'm dropping a new shoe.
Right.
Dropping new shoe. I'm like, man, I can't keep up. So, which is good because it gives so many different buyers a chance to get, his brand of shoe.
Yeah.
If they see something, maybe they didn't like that shoe that he dropped 2 days ago. Okay, you might like this in this colorway. So that's dope that he keeps dropping it, because that's what pretty much that's what Jordan and all Nike is doing, is redropping shoes during the middle of the week, weekend.
Right.
So your money's kind of being spread. Now you just got people spending money like that.
Absolutely. And like I said, I think these were 180, 220.
These, I think after taxes, 240, 250.
These look good. I should have got these. I was on the phone. I remember I'm on the phone with Lonnie. I'm leaving Walmart off O'Neill Lane and stuff, and I'm kind of contemplating if I'm getting them. So he made some like this with the strap, and I like strappy stuff. I like stuff that makes my shoe look like a lot is going on. So I was like, I was gonna hold off because I said maybe he might restrap the ones with the strap on it, but he never did. But I plan on trying to collect his Halloween themed shoes.
Yeah, I definitely want that Jason pair.
The Jason pair looks great. The Freddy Krueger pair.
He might redrop the Freddy Krueger pair, but in a different, still a widow shoe.
Right.
I wish I could have got, when you first told me about this guy, I wish I could have got some of those concept shoes when he dropped for the Halloween. Because I do like the Halloween themed shoes. For some reason, Halloween, holiday for most, they drop some real dope concept when it comes to shoes versus like what they do for Christmas or any other holiday.
For sneaker, that's a good question. I think for the sneaker community, Halloween gets the most themed shoes. I think more goes into the thought process, releases for Halloween shoes than any other shoe. I'm trying to think. Christmas would probably be second. Obviously, Nike used to always do a Christmas pack. I don't know if they really still do that. Obviously, the Grinch is probably the most iconic holiday shoe ever.
Right.
But yeah, Halloween I think that gets the most love when it comes to sneakers.
I mean, you got so many different characters. I guess. Right. I mean, you got characters in Christmas too, but
well, it's just Santa Claus.
They don't utilize them probably as much as they should, but
definitely a lot more options when it comes to Halloween as far as looking themed shoes.
Yeah, most definitely.
So I have a pair of Simpsons ones like this. I love Simpsons. I tell people all the time. Anything Simpsons, I usually buy.
Did you get the Bart Simpson SB?
I've been in a bunch of raffles this week, and I have not won none of them.
They dropped a pair today at 1 o'clock on Premiere.
I did that one.
I missed that.
I was driving. I
was on Twitter and I saw it and I saved it in my Safari. I copied and pasted it so I made sure at 1 o'clock I was going to be on there, and by the time it was 3 o'clock.
I risked it all to try to do that raffle. Who else did one? Somebody else did. CCS did one. I did that one. I missed the one from Ruckus. I'm so mad because I'm fairly decent with winning at Ruckus.
I've won a couple at Ruckus.
I've won a couple at Ruckus too, and I was so mad.
Be the one. I guess I need to change my mind and say I don't want them, and then still put it in and see if I get them. Because the ones I don't be getting, the ones I really don't be like wanting, be the ones I get. I be like, oh. I still want them, but they ain't the one I really want. The ones I want, I never win. But shout out to Ruckus.
Yeah, shout out to Ruckus. I didn't do a lot of I haven't bought resale yet because I knew that they were coming late for a lot of places. So I was trying to see if I could win the raffle. Resale for those was still kind of high. It was between $270, $280, and I was like, man, the shoes only $110. So I'll probably wait a little while longer before pulling the trigger on those. But he had some Simpsons one like this that I ordered that I'm excited about. I forget about them.
So you did order?
I did order those. Yes, I did order those. So.
Oh, I did see that one. It was a Homer.
Right, it's just coming like the Homer beer can. So there was a Homer Simpson thing.
So it's coming in the beer can?
It's supposed to, the box looks like, I think it's the Homer Simpson beer
that's crazy.
Can. So yeah, I'm excited about that. So waiting for those. No. I went on there today to look for an update to see, and he didn't have an update on those. He had an update on a few other things, but patiently waiting. But yeah, man, definitely a great experience with Sia shoes. I would definitely suggest anybody, if you want a pair, you should definitely try them out, get a pair. He explains very detailed how the sizing goes, and it's very accurate. He tells you if you wear half sizes, if you should go up and down in the reasoning. I read that, and so far that worked out great for me. So I'll probably get 11s in mine from now on. You're 10.
Yeah, 10, solid.
So you definitely would get another pair.
Oh yeah, hands down. But I'm like you. I'm probably gonna go for the Halloween themed pair of shoes. Cause I actually that's the one I like. Like I said, I like the concept he puts in, thought process he puts into them. Not saying I don't like his other shoes, cause I do like those the Lux ones actually.
And so this is the thing for me. Mentally, I have to get more into buying, because he makes a lot of shoes, and a lot of them I like. But it's hard for me for some reason. Mentally, it's hard for me to pull the trigger of getting his shoes as opposed to getting some Nikes or Adidas or Reebok.
Is it the convenience of getting Nikes because of the time frame?
So I'm kind of like a sneaker attention whore mostly. I know that's probably not the most best term. Basically what I mean is that I like to wear shoes that people notice and know what they are and they ooh and ah. Because when I wore these today, I went to the mall to get some socks for the Aimé Leon Dior New Balance that I have. I'm going to try to keep them. I got them and they were too big for me, so I was going to try to resell them. But my homeboy Tim was like, maybe you should wear some thick socks with them. So I went and bought some thick socks. So when I wore these, people knew what they were as far as Air Max 1s. I don't think they might have knew they were casinos, but they knew, hey man, these are some nice looking exclusive Air Max 1s. So I would see people either look or they were complimented. I like that feel. I always tell the people, I do this for you, I don't do this for me. So I try to wear something to where when you see me out, and a lot of times, I don't say a lot of times, but a few times, there is a substantial group of people that when they see me, they look on my feet and they're like, oh, you done it again. Or they give their reaction like, yo, I want to see what you're wearing whenever you're out and about. You do it effortlessly because you wear your nice stuff all the time. So you always caught nice stuff. For me, you got to catch me. I just started wearing nice shoes to church. And oddly enough, a lot of church people watch my sneaker videos and they be the main ones like, yo, Drew, dang, I see you got those on and stuff like that. I used to never wear.
The pastor won the pair of Jordan 1s. Wearing the pool. Well, today church, I got my Chicago ones on today. That Brother True.
Yes, my pastor is younger than me. He's actually, I want to say 34 or whatever. So 33, 34. So he notices when I wear certain shoes and stuff like that. So for me, but these to me get more attention than anything. Like, I mean, because
that's why
you don't even have to know what they are. You know that the theme of Halloween is, and you can speak to this because you.
Yeah, I wore these for the first time to an event in New Orleans. Actually.
In New Orleans, okay.
And people was like, "Oh man, those some dope kicks." Now I went on to explain who designed them and stuff like that, and tell them like, yeah, he's a dope kid. Man, go check him out, check his page. And they was like, yeah, I'm gonna go look at everything. But they were like, those like look like the Chucky. I was like, well, yeah. He's like, yeah. Like, the first thing they noticed is the stripes and the buttons.
Right.
That's how they knew it was the Chucky theme. And then they put it together with the stitching here at the front toe. And it's some good leather. I didn't realize this is some good.
Yeah, his quality is. So I mean, the shoes are $220 for a reason. I'll say that it isn't just because
it's definitely worth like every penny.
Yeah.
No lie.
Because I'm looking at because I was trying to see if the buttons were the buttons are in there. Like,
they're not glued on.
Right, they're not glued on. They're definitely so very detailed, like a button on the shirt and stuff like that. Like the detail.
Like how people lose buttons, I don't see me losing these buttons on this shoe.
Right, you're right. I mean, definitely. So yeah, man. So I'll probably get into more so because every time I wear them and pull them out, I'm like, yo, I really like them.
I would go with these over honestly designer shoes. I'm not.
And what's the on the box? What's the type of? Because I know these are vultures. So what does it say for?
Dead vultures can't fly.
Okay.
And I was looking at the bird on. I was like, okay, I always see the bird. I was like, oh, okay, that must be his.
Yeah, his thing is the vulture.
Vulture. So I never paid.
Because it's all on the box. Yeah. Well, on my box is all.
I saw him on. I was like, oh, that's what the bird is. Okay.
Right. So yeah. Definitely.
And you know what's crazy? This how you say it? Sia.
Sia. I watched his videos and he says it.
I haven't listened to him here.
He said, yeah.
I didn't. So it has stuff somewhere in America.
Yes, that's what.
I did not know that until somebody brought that to my girl. Brought you like, yeah, you know, it stands for somewhere in America.
That is exactly what.
No. Thank you for noticing, but no, I did not.
Do you ever see a brand like this? And like I said, I don't know what his goals and plans are, but getting to the point where Foot Locker, somebody picks it up to where, all right, I want to have these in the store and they're being released.
Honestly, that I not sure about Foot Locker. I mean, I would want that for him, but seeing it there, it's a very, very light possibility because of the style of shoe it is, the concept that he comes with. Now, if you're doing something like, I guess something like these basic ones,
right?
Now, I'm not saying this stuff is basic, but those kind of easy kind of colorways are easy to market and sell.
I got you.
I definitely think those would definitely for sure can be in a Foot Locker. Those I would more see in like a boutique store, like those only exclusive places, like maybe a House of Hoops,
right?
Because that's the concept shoe, you know. It ain't something that you generally release like that, but you want the public to be able to have access to.
I would love to see, because this does remind me of a dunk, and it probably is kind of themed after a dunk. If like a couple of players gave them to some skateboarders and they really skated them, the quality of them holding up for that way.
I would love to see the durability and see how they will last. I think they will hold up. Honestly, these I would like to see because of this denim. I would like to see more distress.
Yeah. That would. I mean, especially with Chucky tearing up stuff.
Right. So
that would make sense.
That would be. I know them skateboarders. You want somebody to mess some shoes up? Go give it to a skateboarder. They're gonna run them things to the ground.
And all the shoes glow. You know, I'm a big fan of glow. So a lot of them have. I know the sole glows on these. I think the actual like the mesh and stuff on these glow. So I'm a big fan of glow. So I do like.
And when it glows from like going from the outside and then you come back inside and it's like.
Yeah, it's glowing. I
don't think
it's definitely glowing. But nah, yours is still
I think mine's
good
just
enough.
Regular daylight. I ain't that fancy like True. I don't get the chance to glow.
So you plan on customizing you some?
Or like designing me a pair of shoes? Nah, I'm not that great. That would be a great thing to get to, but I don't think I'm gonna actually put the effort into it.
If you not gonna put the
I ain't gonna put no effort into it. Now if I just happen to stumble up on somebody and be like, hey, you want to do this? Oh, okay, well, we'll see. But I don't know if I have the creative mind as my man here does. Because he put some real good detail. I was very impressed and glad I was able to get this shoe.
Yeah.
Honestly. But I'm like you now. I think I'm going for all the Halloween themed shoes of his.
I think he by far does it better.
If you ever need sponsorship and you want somebody,
we got you, man.
We got you, man. You want to just send past? We live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yeah, we make videos, reviews, whatever. We're making it happen. Definitely making it happen. Man, I think we're coming up to the end of the show. It's been time well spent. Anything else you want to say out there to the any other sneaker community gripes you want to get out there? So we've already established Air Force Ones are not meant to be looking trash.
Oh, please.
Any other tips out there for the people to be able to?
So my tip is to you guys: wear your sneakers. There's nothing wrong with it. I understand people like to dead stock it. It's an investment. They still gonna sell regardless if you wear them. If they're that big of an investment, wear your sneakers. A lot of people just keep them and they forget them and they end up 15 years later and falling apart. You pulling them out the box now.
Yeah.
Wear them. Let them see the world. Let the world see you. Let them be an expression of yourself.
That's great advice. Definitely great advice. We'll probably have to make a little clip out of that to just pass around on the internet. But man, definitely appreciate you. Lonnie will be back.
Of course.
Definitely will be back. So yeah, man, this has been The Closet. That's it.
Peace.